Now, the other thing I'm hearing about constantly on social media is that the cooking struggle is real. Having everyone home and everyone eating 3 square meals a day, it's a lot. So we have help for you, and we're calling it the Daily Dish. Okay, here's what you need to know for today's recipe. By the way, we're making burgers, drool, Boston lettuce, ground chuck meat, cheese slices, of course some buns, you need some pickles, smoked bacon, and the ingredients for his secret sauce. And Chef Randy joins us from his kitchen right now to show us how to pull together these amazing ingredients and make what you might call a smash burger, but what we know as the famous Randy Bo Bandy cheeseburger. Randy, we can't wait to see the finished product.
Wow. You know, it is the famous Randy Bo Bandy cheeseburger because it's the classic cheeseburger. It's that burger that you want to pick up and it's just going to melt in that bun. We're doing the white bun's going to just kind of disappear and it's just going to be like this beautiful beefy kind of thing. So where do we start? We start with the beef. This is how you see it in the grocery store, and this is how we're going to use it. We're basically just going to cut it and be very soft with it. We don't want to push it around and beat it up. We're just going to mold it slowly into a patty. But what kind of beef do you use? Well, if you can get like a prime rib cut, that's better. If you can get a chuck cut, that's better because you can cook it to medium rare. But most of all, most importantly, you want a heavy fat content. So when you see the extra lean, just turn away, look away. When you see the lean, you know, we're still not there, won't buy. When you see the medium, that's what you're after. High fat content, medium ground beef, big melt, big sizzle, big flavor. So once we get past the burger part, what do we do for toppings, Trace?
I like a little bit of everything, but definitely, absolutely, there must be cheese, and I'm happy you mentioned pickles. I'm a pickle girl.
Well, you know what? In my household, I don't give anyone the choices. I'm glad that you kind of brought that up, but you're going to take what I give you, and if you want to pick stuff off, you can. But nobody's picking off the cheese today because we're going with the American processed cheese. This is like the extra classic cheddar. This is like that cheese that just melts into your burger. It's almost like a fondue over the beef. That's what we're after. And then for pickles, I'm glad you mentioned that. It's very important. I went with a really kosher, crisp dill pickle, but I want high acidity and high crispness. So when it's in there, you can cut it really thin, but it's gonna snap and kind of cut through that beef. Then we're gonna go tomatoes. I've got some vine ripened and some heirloom. I think the common mistake is the heirloom looks fantastic, but it kind of belongs in a salad because if it's bigger than your bun, it's going to be the star of the show, and it needs to know that it's a backup singer and not a star. So it's got to go. We'll go with the vine ripen instead. Then we got some lettuce. Bib lettuce is fine, just a fold, but an important ingredient is the white bun. You want this bun to just be like soft and small, and it's going to melt inside. So to finish it all off, one little secret sauce. What I'm going to do simply here is a little bit of lemon zest into a bowl, and then because we're not giving anybody choices of what they're going to have, we're going to kind of top it with everything. So you tell them it's a secret sauce, then they get really interested. They're like, well, I'll have some of that. So lemon juice, a little bit of mayonnaise, 3 parts mayo, 1 part sriracha or hot sauce, any chilies you have, and a little bit of Dijon. Mix that up, Trace. Nobody will know what they're getting. It's a secret, but it's secretly awesome.
It's time now to finish up these burgers. What do we need to do next?
Listen, Trace, the most important thing about the burger is the forming of the burger. So I kind of showed you the package they come in. You just basically cut it in 3 if it was 500 grams. And then all we're going to do, you don't want to move it around or muscle it up too much. You just kind of form it into a patty. You basically just cut it and form it. And that's what you're after, just that simple. You don't want to over maneuver it or over complicate it. And then you want to salt it heavy. And then guess what? Same thing with pepper. We're gonna go super heavy on both sides. Now, the coolest thing is the sear. Tracy, do you like your burger with that crust on the outside?
Absolutely.
Well, check this out. I got my brand new Napoleon here, and we just drop it in. We got a searing plate inside, and it just goes down, and oh, you can just hear that thing go sizzle. We got our bacon. Why do we like to grill outside, Tracy? It's because we've got all the space in the world. We can get our bacon going down. We can get our burgers over here melting, crisping up that crackling that I kind of showed you in that bacon, and then searing off the burgers. So there's just something kind of cool about being outside on the grill. You get the beers going, but let's talk about the toppings. Remember that secret sauce?
I remember.
Secret sauce in the bun first. This is very important. We didn't really touch on the onions, but I want paper thin onions because I'm not a fan of like that big, thick kind of thing. And when you bite into a burger, Tracy, you want to pull away clean, right? You don't want to pull it all out.
It's all about the experience of eating the burger, right?
It totally is. So lettuce, tomato, those dills, check those out. 1, 2, 3, right? And then you can see this one. I've turned this one over, but let's look at that shatteringly crust there. And now we got them over here resting. That cheese is all melted down like that. Oh boy, how does that look so far?
That looks mouth-wateringly good. If someone does not have their next meal on plate right now, this is it. Looks so good.
Okay, so we have it here. It's built, right? It's gorgeous looking, and you're thinking to yourself, you're looking at that, and you're like, I don't think I can get that into my mouth. But the reason why we use that soft white bun is, you ready for this? We're just gonna push that down. Take a really, really sharp knife. And this is the important part about not pushing that beef around.
Wow.
You can see the grains of beef, how it came out of the grinder. It's held all the juices in. You got the crispy bacon. We got that going on. Tracy, I'm going to have to send this back to you because you know what I'm going to do, right?
Take a bite. Oh my gosh. Usually I'm yelling at you, telling you to take a picture before you take a bite. I can't even yell at you. Take the bite. Who cares about the picture? How is it? How does it taste?
That's the Randy Bo Bandy burger. There's no exceptions. There's no holds. You get what you get. But look at that white bun just dissipating. It's all about the meat to bun ratio. Tons of beef, melting cheese. The veggies are crispy. They're acidic. This is like, I gotta go. I gotta go, Trace. Wow.
You gotta go. You gotta be alone with that burger. See, Randy is clearly a protein guy. If you look at the meat versus the bun, I would have had like 3 times the bun, but okay, Randy does things his way. Thank you for that, Randy. I love it. It looks amazing.